Hey guys, it's me T, coming at you from a very awkward position, yet again. Oh god, that's hilarious. To start off, I just wanted to apologize for not being here for the last 2 days. I was literally, I was needing a pure rest, so I took it. Hold on 1 second. I took it and I'm feeling a whole lot better. Let's see what you guys are seeing. I'm going to just adjust. Okay. All right, I think we're going to just do it from here. All right, so these two are already shuffled. We're going to do 5 cards. So it might be a little bit of a long video, but this is going to be, give me 1 second because I'm getting to do something. Okay. All right. So long story short, what was I going to say? So I have these 2 yin and yang cards of mine shuffled. We're going to be doing 5 cards, 2 of these, 1 of these as a believer card. And it is basically a reflection towards, like basically what happened throughout today. All right, so we're just doing a reflection mode because I'm coming at you guys with kind of like nightly readings for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, I mean, it's just meant to be that way. So let's get right into it. I'm just going to check it out. They wanted me to, they wanted me to shuffle these on screen. So give me a second just to shuffle. Whew. Okay. Oh, actually, okay. Yo, I love my A-team, dude. They're so hilarious. Like even when I'm like kind of crazy and all over the place, like they're like, "All right, we got you. We got you." And that's what a girl needs in this life. You damn right. All right. So I just want to point out that these cards are very gentle, okay? So we have to think in terms of gentle vibes. Do I talk about the bottom of the deck on this? Okay. I'm gonna just like place these off to the side. I know they're like awkwardly placed off to the side, but it's like, we're just gonna have to deal with what we have. All right, so long story short, let's go with the first one. Oh, opal. Oh my gosh, opal is so awesome. It's been very prevalent, that stone opal. And maybe I can see if it's meant to be. I'll look in the crystal angels deck to see if opal is there to give us a little bit more information about the stone per se. But it says your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. Now immediately what I'm getting here is your inner child. Okay, so I know like a lot of us, we could have kids and things like that, but this is self-care towards your inner child, but also this is like you coming out in a very playful type of way when it comes to I don't know if you guys are seeing this. Sorry, I'm like facing my way. When it comes to being more playful, like at work, it just, in terms of your work, like and this is also what I'm getting is opal is like kind of an O, right? It's starting at 0 with the O, and it's kind of like new beginnings are being placed upon your career today, where you're getting to start to become a little bit more like your true authentic self. You're like you're free flowing you're what else am I getting? Kind of just like, like your inner childlike self, where you're feeling free, you're feeling cared for, you're feeling like well taken care of, you're feeling super blessed, because children are super blessings, Also, this could, oh, I might have already said it, but new beginnings, in terms of just probably the style that you're taking on, okay? What else am I getting here? Oh, they're getting read the book. That's interesting because I really didn't think I was going to read the book, but hey, it happens their way. All right, give me a second, guys, while I find it. I always love referring to the book because it's like calling, like that a show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's like calling upon like your best friend to be like, "Yo, give me the answers to so and so." So it gives you a lot of clarity is what I'm trying to say. So it says, your worries about your children have been received as prayers here in heaven. We understand your concerns. Now, also, think about it this way. In career, your business is a baby, right? So I feel like you've been praying a lot on a very small level. Like that's like one small thing you've been doing for yourself, like in terms of self-care for the business or for your career, which is giving a lot over to the God and to the Grand Majesty G. Because to me, there's two. All right, because we're always working with the yin and yang, right? So that's what I'm getting from that. And then it says, we understand your concerns, so we surround the souls and bodies of your children with our loving care. This could also be your employees, right? As your children, like that you're taking care of in terms of your career and your business, right? This is a time this is a time for you to release your children to God and so release your employees to God and know that Creator is their true parent. Now, what I'm picking up here, maybe this is for somebody specific, but there's something going on in terms of your career aspect where something is not going so well. Like there's somebody that's causing a little bit of a problem, okay? And you don't really know what to do because it's like you are a certain way in terms of being a really good person, and the person that's causing this fucking like unnecessary havoc is literally like fucking around with you, like playing the mind games, playing, that type of stuff. So there's an energy that it's kind of like where the darkness is really meeting the light, but the light, by the way, you as the light, or you as the business owner, or you as the one going to, your career, since you resonate with me, you're the one that is of the light, okay? That's being a little fucked with, right? So what I want to say here is just make sure that you know that the light will always, 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 no matter what you see in the physical realm, and no matter what you're feeling or how they're trying to attempt to make you feel, okay? You're literally already the winner of the situation, okay? There's like no other way to express it other than just know that you sticking to your ways of integrity are really the winner in it all, and you have nothing to worry about. Just stay on your positive game because of the fact that basically, I was actually telling this to a friend the other day. One positive thought cancels out like 1,000 negative thoughts or some shit like that. Like there's a fact out there that was told in The Secret. That's where I got it from. And so I just want to let you know that you have to really believe in the law of attraction in terms of you being you consecutively, consistently, however you want to go, constantly, right? In your good nature is what I'm hearing, but also you needing to know that that is who you are no matter what. And if you've been that way, and now that you have been that way, it's very easy for you to stand in your power and just give it over to the universe, right? Because there's a lot of light coming in where a lot of people can't handle it. Okay, so they're being stirred the fuck up and they want a piece. Like also I was telling a friend about freeloading, right? So it's kind of like they want a piece of this, like of whatever you have going on for yourself in a good way, right? Whether it's, power, money, happiness, it doesn't fucking matter. All of it, right? People are doing very childlike shit lately without thinking about it, that are trying to kind of basically ruin other people's lives. But let me just tell you something. Your faith needs to be placed in the hands of your creator, where it's like you know solidly that you're doing the best that you can in this life in a positive way. There's no way anybody can even fuck with you. There's no way. They can try to make your life miserable, but what you have to do is, what I'm hearing clearly, is pray for them. Pray for them. I know that that's like a cliche in some cases, like, oh, how am I going to pray for them if I can't actually fucking stand them? And it's like, here's the thing. If you can't pray for them, you have to let God know that, like, you got to take this over and you have to pray for them, because I don't have it in me as a human to pray for them. Okay. So that's a prayer that you have to put in. That's the communication you have to put in. That's very interesting. I was getting communication. I don't know where that was, but I was getting communication very, in one of my decks. I don't know. So that's where I wanted to kind of just let you know about that, because it's not anything that you can even control. It might make you feel a little shitty, and it might make you feel very much so on guard with yourself when you're usually not, because you're actually pretty fucking safe when you're and you're always going to be safe, especially when you're working off of your light, okay? But it might shake your ground up. But this is what's also going on, is that it's always going to be a blessing in disguise, in terms of, the A-team really creating quick changes. So the whole thing is, that's the blessing in disguise, is that you're going to get, this is going to be handled very quickly, like in terms of like, you're going to get out of the situation very quickly. That's basically what it is, because it's like a turnover of events, right? Instead of a turnover of people. Well, a turnover of people too, right? Because as you leave one environment, or as, a person is being put out of a certain environment, okay, like away from, you're really disconnecting from the negativity, right? So just stay on your A game in terms of no drama, and focus exactly on what it is that you believe in terms of, just karma, like, not to say that you're wishing bad karma upon anybody, but you just know that like karma is something that you really need to believe in terms of like, if these people don't believe in it, that are pulling all this bullshit, it's on them. That's a choice that they're making. This is not your choice at all. Okay. So, it's very interesting, but also this is happening because new beginnings are supposed to come about. All right. So in the career aspect of your life, just don't worry, you're going to get through it. And let's just see what else they have here. This is a time for you to release your children to God. So that's basically what's happening, is that these people are being released out of your life, so that you can actually, in effectly, like, pray for them, because they do need the prayers. Because I feel like if this weren't to happen, you weren't to put the prayers in, maybe something, extra negative would have happened to them. So this is kind of like a win. It's always going to be a win-win, blessed up situation. It says, know that your creator is their true parent. Exactly. Because sometimes we put this responsibility on ourselves, but really, and they make it seem like we're so involved, right? Like when stupid shit happens to us, that it's just like, oh my God, this is so unnecessary. Literally, it's not even about us taking care of it. It's just about us kind of bringing the spirituality to the actual, happening or happenstance of it, right? And then just letting it, like surrendering it to the God, to the creator, to Grand Majesty G, and let them handle it, while you kind of move on with your life, right? Yeah, I love that the creator is the true parent, and it's like, whatever you got going on, that's the authority figure to talk to, It says God, which to me, whenever I say God, I mean love, right? So love is pure love, right? That's what they're saying here, which is awesome. And it says, so, and it says here, God is pure love. So God is pure love. Love is pure love without judgment or anger. He could never abandon you or your children, nor would he want to. So this angel, Opal, says, as one of your children's guardian angels, I watch over them ceaselessly. I never tire of keeping my watchful eye upon them. For as I gaze upon your children, I see their divine light. I see their true perfection and goodness and their innocence. Now, all of that is exactly what you're asking for the benevolent A-team to actually do for you and for the other person. Okay, so that's what you have to really believe in, is that when you can't see people in their true perfection and their goodness and their innocence, you need to ask, you know, the God, or in this case also Opal, or both, to do it for you, right? That's what you're really asking, because it's like they're really pissing you off, and it's just like, you know, the story of your human life in terms of, you know, sometimes that shit happens, not the story of it, but like it could be a story, right? She asks you that you see your children through my eyes, okay, which will help their love and light to be fully expressed. And that's exactly what it is. You're basically sending love and light as well, because of the fact that, you know, everybody in this life deserves love, okay? And a lot of the miserable people that really kind of take miserable actions that really affect us all, they don't think about it because they really could be very disconnected. You know what I'm saying? Disconnected from themselves, from, you know, their creator, and it ain't cute for any of us, right? So what you have to do, and also a lot of the times is what I'm hearing is like they don't feel deserving to have the love and the light of an utmost type of like level, right? So the whole thing is, it's like, and they want it to be fully expressed, like everybody does, right? But the whole thing, and some people have more of it being fully expressed than others. So, you know, when you are the love and light in a scenario, if it's at work, or, you know, you're the leader or something like that, and you remove yourself from it, or, you know, there are people that people say, you know, you got to watch out, like in your circle, like what the fuck is really going on. Actually, who was saying that? Saltwater Heels Tara was saying that. She pulled it today, and it's just funny because it's like, there shouldn't be a fear factor around it. There should just be like an awe factor around it. Like, oh, that's too fucking bad that you're like that, because there's actually a better way that you haven't figured out. And you think by doing shady fucking shit that like you're actually going to get there. But it's like, how do you expect that when that is your literally, when that's your cycle of events and you're still getting a negative fucking result? So it's like, these people are bad shit, but it's like at the same time, it's like pray for them to get them out of their fucking heads and out of that fucking cycle. And what I'm getting is pray to get their heads out of their asses, because they don't realize that their head is up their ass. You know what I'm saying? They don't realize that they're continuously doing the same shit, and it's not actually working. So they need a different perspective. That's all that it is. Don't ever be afraid of the negative, because the negative people, or the miserable people that we see in our lives that are actually willing to take the fucking negative actions to match up with it, literally are super cowardice. Like there's and us humans are super, like, we can get super scared when it comes to like a fucking drop of a dime. Like, oh my God, because we, you know, if we don't have an answer, we get super scared, right? But the whole thing is like, these people that actually take the action to match up with their fucking misery, actually, what am I trying to say here? They like have no idea that they're, I don't know. I fucking lost me, guys. Sorry. I like totally zoned out. I don't know what I want to say, but all I want to say is, that happens sometimes with me, and I don't understand what it is. It's okay. I need to drink more water. I think I'm like thirsty. So, which I will in a few seconds, just as a pause. So, it says, yeah, just love them for what it is. You know, it says, I love you, I love your children, and your and your children love you. And that's really what it is. They do. These people fucking love you. I mean, that's really why they're making your life so miserable. But it's so super funny, because it's like, it's like kind of like they're showing up as a test in your life, and I don't like to ever use the word test. I want to use like I want to more so use it as like an experience. Like you're having an experience in this life due to them, and it could look shady as fuck. It could look really harsh and like so not, needed. But the whole thing is, it's like in this case, it's kind of like it's your opportunity to side with the creator, and it's an opportunity to basically rise above and to really match up with what you like, to reiterate in your life what you will and will not tolerate, right? So again, this is an empowering, and it's beautiful because I love it. Like in my career, I absolutely want that to be one of my descriptive words, like empowering. This is empowering you to basically not give into the bullshit, but just to be a observer of the bullshit, right? And to then also take the opportunity to pray for somebody else, to be a little selfless, right? Like to be a little bit more caring about humanity in this way, because obviously you're in their vicinity for a reason, okay? And sometimes you need to show up for the creator and do God's work for him as a human being. So it's like, this is part of your calling, okay? So you're in this environment, you were in this environment for a reason. This person's in your environment for a reason. They saw your love and light, and they want a piece of it. Yeah, that's so true. I mean, everybody fucking does. But the whole thing is, it's like, don't get scared that somebody's trying to free load off of you. You literally just set a fucking boundary and you remove yourself, and then you pray from afar. That's why I always said, I really will never hate anybody, because that would be too much upon my heart and upon my soul. And the whole thing is, it's like, it's like just the art of detachment that needs to go into it. But at the same time, it's kind of like that's the only way that you can love people more, is by really removing yourself out of a situation, and really distancing yourself from the situation so that you can love them more, okay? And if it's like there's different scenarios out there, right? But in this situation, I'm feeling never go back, okay? This is one of those like harsh, like you got to cut this shit off to have a new beginning, and to have it be super blessed, and to just feel very well taken care of at the end of the day after you remove yourself from the situation. So, there's a lot of purple in here. So this is definitely a spiritual card. It's like using your crown chakra, using your insight about like what you think. There's also, this is very interesting, a lot of you see the darkness and the shadow, but then there's light, right? So it's kind of like, yeah, there might be darkness all around you, but guys, get as comfortable with the dark as you are with the light. That's my advice to everybody in this lifetime, because there's so much beauty that can go on in both. And you need both in this life, that, there really isn't anything to fear. You just have to love upon both, and do your best to like really handle both. You know what I'm saying? With the sense of integrity, because the whole thing is, it's like the integrity is on you. That's a choice that you need to be making. And if other people, are choosing to live outside of their integrity, that's not your problem, okay? So you really have to kind of keep it very honed in, very central to you and your love and light, and keep that cultivated, instead of saying like, oh my God, this guy like fucking scared me a little bit, or, this person scared me a little bit, or what if this, or what if that? Like, they don't have this power, guys. Like, they don't have, we're all a distinct part of the creator, okay? So no one out there is going to be like fully fucking creator status unless you like meet him yourself or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Unless you feel it that you have met this person here on earth that is like, yo, this is God. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you right now, human status, there really isn't anybody in terms of that much perfection. So out there, so you like, and that goes in both the light and the dark, right? If somebody is more choosing to side with the darkness, they actually still have a little bit of light in them. That's where the whole yin yang comes in, right? So the whole thing is, it's like they're never going to be like complete darkness. They're never going to be complete light. It's always going to be the balance of the yin and yang, a little bit of both inside of each. This is why, and it all goes back to faith, right? Because they all, like, I think it's like a Bible verse, and I have no idea about religion actually. But the whole thing is, I love the line that it's like one little mustard seed, literally, it takes one mustard seed of faith to kind of make things kind of like flow better, right? Definitely not verbatim. But the whole thing is, it's that one mustard seed of faith that's in the yin yang, right? That could be that little like circle-esque thing in the yin yang, right? That literally you just have to, that you have to utilize, that you have to utilize in these circumstances to basically just, to remember it and say, you know what, I'm going to remember that this person has that little bit of, oh, look, it's like a mustard seed. Oh my God, it's so funny. I was just thinking about a teardrop, and this is so funny. These are like teardrop. Yo, that's so hilarious. Okay. So I was thinking about a teardrop, and here it is right in front of me. It's like, yeah, there's like a mustard seed of like you, and look, it's white, right? So it's like, believe, I love this shit. This is amazing. So it's like, believe in their one white mustard seed of faith, that they have that within themselves, that kind of belief in themselves, so that they, and pray upon that, like in terms of not pray like P-R-E-Y in terms of the darkness factor, but pray as in P-R-A-Y, right? So, do that to uplift, not only them, but everybody else around them, and you got to believe in miracles, because that shit happens, so, that's basically what it is. And not only that, but you're doing it for the earth. You're doing it for their world, like their immediate world, but also for the bigger world. So again, this is one small thing that you could do today, or that you may have done today, in terms of just praying for another person, just, the energies of what's going on, all that jazz. So there's like pure love and light coming in, that people are just trying to get used to. It's a different level. It's like us leveling up in that love and light, and people, are not used to that type of energy, because it's super powerful, right? And again, guys, let's be real with this. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm just gonna say it and see how I feel. But like, if there's a lot of light coming in, obviously there's going to have to be a lot of more darkness, right? Because when there is light, there's going to be like a shadow too, right? That comes out. Like if you're out in the sun, you create a shadow. So there's going to be more shadow out there too. But I actually don't want to say that, because I feel like the shadow or the darkness is always just going to be. So this is like, so more light is just bringing out more of the darkness that was already there. Do you get what I'm saying? Because again, like it, just like us, just like they say that, an interior body, is kind of like the galaxy. It's like, it's like the universe. So the universe is like black, with some stars in it, right? So, again, it's the universe with, it's dark, right? But like extra light is going to just kind of brighten up, how do I want to say it? Like widen its surface space, right? So that there's more of the darkness being revealed, right? So it seems a little like fucked up, but at the same time, It's not. It's a natural flow of life. So don't let it scare you that somebody else thinks that they're taking these fucking crazy actions like against you. Like you don't feel unsafe, right? Because it's just not what it is. It's like they're just actually feeling unsafe. That's what it is. And they just want to cling on to like anything that is of positivity because they don't know how to create their own, you know? A lot of people don't know how to create their own money, happiness, what else did I mention? Whatever, I'm getting space. They don't know how to create it. I mentioned a third thing when it came to freeloading, whatever, I forgot what it was. So they like literally, again, turn to the freeloading, or they literally get like pissed off that they don't have enough. And that's what it is. Bottom line is like these people, even if they have a smidgen like this, they're not happy with it. They're like literally fucking ungrateful, and they're literally dissatisfied, and they're literally just like choosing to be that all the time instead of saying like, instead of focusing, if your world was this motherfucking dark, okay, you would focus on that one fucking piece of light to say, you know what, that's gonna get me through, you know what I'm saying? And whether that be a target, like, because that's what I'm sensing is some people use that as a focal point, like that's where I'm going, like a goal or like a target or like, like something to really kind of just like yearn upon, like that's my light right there, that's going to create something better for me, right? It's like people are just not focused, right, upon themselves and their target, that they're now scattered all over the fucking place when they see somebody else's light come in, and it might be bigger than theirs at that very moment in time, because not all of our lights are going to be super big all the time. Like it's a very ebb and flow type of, lifestyle, because of the fact that, yeah, some people know how to maintain their light to the highest and best degree. Some people don't, but still, even people who know how to maintain their light is literally, it ebbs and flows as well. And it's just them having to maneuver how to handle it that makes them look like they're the happiest fucking people on earth. Okay. So, but we all go through the same shit. So it's kind of like, focus upon your one small motherfucking little, ounce, little droplet of light. It makes no sense, but like little, spark of light, fire even, because it kind of looks like a flame. And that's what we have within us to basically bring out, like, to feed off of, right? So it's like, feed off of this inner light from yourself and not on others, because it just doesn't fucking work that way. You're not going to create your happiness that way, And it doesn't even feel good when you're freeloading, by the way. So it's like, you can cut that shit out. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And you can tell other people to cut that shit out too. That's literally that's my suggestion for you. Like, tell other people, like, when they're attempting, just be like, cut that shit out. I know what you're doing, cut that shit out. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll make them rethink, like, oh, and some people have no idea what the fuck they're doing, but if you just say that, they'll be like, okay, maybe I'll like have to process what the fuck I'm doing, So, love that card. There was a lot to say there. Are we moving on? Yes. Because they're like, yes, because there's 5 more. Nice. Okay, so right away. Okay, I'm not going to read the message for a second. So, beautiful. This is a card where it goes to show you that on a very grand scale, you are being well taken care of. The angels see, and very interesting how these both depict these both are purple-esque, right? And they both depict like the darks and the lights pretty amazingly, okay? But to me, a gray area is actually a happy area, okay? So this is more of like a gray area of sorts. So it's like these are like happy angels that are, because gray to me is like your opportunity to figure out how you're going to make your life better, okay? It's never like a confusion area. I never take it that way. I'm always like, okay, how are we going to actually maneuver this so it could actually work in the favor of happiness, right? For the long run. So I just feel like you have very happy angels around you. Even though it doesn't look like a joyous card, it is, right? You have very joyous angels around you. This is Angel Sonia, and she brings you a message okay, I'm gonna just read it as is. I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy. See, there you go, the happiness. and at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. Now, they see that you're worrying about your situation in life. It's not really about them so much, but I just want to let you know that this is a very much so mediumship card where I feel as though you're either getting dreams, and maybe it may have happened tonight, it might happen tonight, it may have happened yesterday is what I'm sensing. But also this could be a week from now, because again, it's like career day to career day. That's a week right there, you know? I'm doing these on a daily, but they pretty much last like, I've realized actually, in terms of how they play out through observation, that it's a daily, but it lasts for about a week, like 7 days. So the energies in terms of the career aspect of your life. So again, just have, again, we're talking about faith here, have full faith in terms of your entire spiritual realm, you know? See, I was seeing this as purple, okay? I was seeing this as a purple crown chakra, which means like your third eye opening up, you knowing what to do in the situation. However, look at this. Now that this card came out, it's pink and purple. Pink to me is compassion. And what were we talking about before? All about compassion in terms of like praying for these people and like, like really sending, just knowing that, the God is going to take care of them, that type of thing. Hey, JC. Hi, thanks for stopping in. I just saw that, so thanks for commenting too. So we're just talking about our career day, just so you know, which is today. And again, I don't know when you stepped in, but basically it's today and then up until next Sunday. So, yeah, because they usually last about 7 days. Also, what I'm getting here is that you're going to literally, I might have said it even before, that you're going to literally get like a visitation dream. I don't know if I finished my thought before, but that's basically what was coming to me. It's like a visitation dream, or they're talking to you through your intuition. Again, purple is crown chakra. So you're being spoken to, it's like listen to your dreams if one of your deceased ones comes through. Also, I'm hearing that somebody's going to get a reading this week, so it's kind of like where their deceased loved ones come through. And they're creating, by the way, just lean upon them this week in terms of career, because they're creating this happiness and this peace and this love for you, because they do love you very much, and they're taking away all of your worries, okay? All of your worries and stresses. What I'm also sensing here, very interestingly enough, wow, this is so cool, coming in very strong, that this doesn't have to be an angel that has deceased. This could be somebody that you've cut ties with in terms of your own family member that really comes back to help you this week, because they see that you are valuable, okay? They see what you bring to the table. They realize that they fucked up, and they really actually want to be one of your sponsors in this life, okay? So, but what I'm saying here is just use discernment. And so it's a yang card, so it's very big. this is a big deal, okay? It's maybe something you've never experienced before, something you never, you never thought would actually kind of come to fruition. There's actually, thank you, Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael is sending like sirens to basically confirm that. So this could be, and career has a lot to do with money and finances, right? But also love and wealth and empowerment. Wealth and finances, right? Makes sense. Also, in a sense, fame and reputation. So, all of those things could be at play here, where somebody's willing to really help you out. They're like coming back from your past, and you don't realize, like, you thought you cut that shit off, and now they kind of see that they fucked up and they want to help you in a way. Okay, that came to me very strongly. So, but maybe what I'm sensing here, first and foremost, use your discernment always, okay, with an open heart. That always keep your heart open, because these people are going to try to close your fucking heart down. But listen, you don't deserve that, right? So your responsibility is to keep your heart open fully and totally, completely, and wholesomely with the aspect of discernment. Okay, that's like my prayer that I put in all the time. So, long story short, it says, please don't worry about me, which is try not to worry about this situation too much, in terms of maybe looking into the situation too much. Like, it's like, what the fuck are you doing back here? Like, I thought I thought we were like clear here. I thought I fucking cut you off. Like, what the fuck are you doing back in my life? But like, if there's something that they're coming back with, maybe there's something to like kind of really look into this week, to be like, okay, maybe this is something like from their heart. But also, again, use discernment to see, is it actually meant for you this time around? Because some people, again, we're dealing with the light and the dark. Some people will try to use it to their benefit, right? To be like, okay, well, if I help her out, then forgiveness is granted and whatever the fuck, and we move on with our lives. And it's like, sometimes you need to realize whether or not you need the closure, or do they need the closure? Because sometimes, if they're offering up, for instance, money, and it's like, you have to use discernment. It's like, do you really need, like, as bad as you need the money, or if you do need the money so badly, it's like, is it worth the energy in terms of the exchange of it, right? Like, a lot of people, and this could be somebody here that like is of old school mentality, which is like, super about money, like, because they feel very lack thereof. But also, like, they know that money talks. So it's kind of like they're maybe coming back into your life to be like, listen, I fucked up, but here's some money, and, actually what I'm feeling right now as I'm talking about it is that this person just literally wants you to have their money. Like, it's a very clean cut. They actually don't care if you forgive them or not. They just want you to have the money. So I don't know if you're going to have to feel into your own situations. But the whole thing is, I just feel like they feel very bad about what they did, because I feel like in that instance, they didn't think about you or them or anything. Like, they didn't think ahead of time in terms of how they were going to come off to you. But they just want you to have the money and like really detach from, like, you don't even have to be friends with me. Like, here, just take the money. And that's going to be the scenario. Okay. That's what I feel. But it, again, always use discernment, because that's where it's at. I don't give a shit what anybody else says. I don't give a shit what anybody else even does. Okay. It's like, because everything is beautiful. You should definitely, the shadows, the darks and the lights, everything is a blessing, but it's like, is it going to work out for you? And the only way you can know about that is that if you continuously give yourself self-compassion, if you continuously give yourself the jolt of going with your intuition all the time, you literally will then be able to discern what you will and will not tolerate, what you will need and won't need, what, serves you in terms of energetically, like, is this person is this person something to feel into this week is like, is this person being genuine when he wants to give whatever they're offering? It could be a he, but it's like, whatever they're offering to you, like, are they being genuine about it? And if not, is it like, are they offering crumbs just to see if you'll take it, and then they're off the hook? And it's like, but are you of that type of person to kind of let people off the hook just for fucking some crumbs? Or do you expect more out of these people to be like, no, if you really want to apologize, you need to fucking show up, show up correctly, but also show up with a lot more if you think I'm worth a lot more, right? You have to know how you operate, but I'm telling you, it's the latter, because I know people that resonate with me would definitely be like, listen, I know what the fuck I'm worth, and if you're offering me crumbs, right away, and that's not something that you're willing to even toy with. You'd be so happy to be like, listen, take the fucking money, go back. I just need clean energy around me, and sometimes when hey Buddha. Sometimes, yeah, you just need more peace energy rather than fucking, having people, hold whatever type of gift over your head to be like, hey, remember that day when I gave you that gift? Like, now you owe me something. Like, no, we don't fucking play that game. We play with the clean Buddha, okay? White, purity, clean Buddha, make it clean cut. If they want to give it to you, that's beautiful. You know, out of genuineness, of course, you're going to take and accept anything out of a person's heart, right? But if it's not heart-based, that's what I'm trying to get here at here. If it's not heart-based, don't fucking take it. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, use your discernment to feel into somebody else's heart to be like, is this for you or is this for the both of us? Like, that type of thing, you know? So you really want to just make sure to use that discernment this week but I really do feel as though it's going to be beneficial to you. You know, you can literally just say thank you, accept it, and walk away, right? And think about whether or not you want to have that person in your life because they gave you this gift or not, you know? Some people give you gifts to kind of just remember them again. You know what I'm saying? To be like, listen, sorry that happened. Please don't remember me in that sense. Here's something to kind of counter it, and there you go. So it's like that type of energy. I think that's happening there. Do you want me to read the book out of this one? Yeah, they want me to. So hold on one second. Yo, this is a fun read, dude. I love it. Yes. Sonia. Okay. It says, your heart has been heavy with grief, and I'm here to reassure you. And again, this is, you don't have to lose somebody, so grief is, what I'm saying here is like literally the perfect word to use here, because it's like you experienced a loss of some sort that may be coming back, right? So, or a person that you've experienced like a loss thereof, like in terms of like you no longer think that you're friends with them or they were out of your life. Excuse me, that's a form of grief that people don't realize, you know, that you could actually go through because you didn't realize, you know, well, I really want to say like what an asshole a person can be, right? Like, so it's like, oh, you thought they were so close to you and then now they're like an asshole and now you're experiencing, you know, forms of grief. So again, that could be like something that comes up this week in terms of career-based shit, all right? It says, I'm here to reassure you. I am a guardian angel to your deceased loved one, and I want you to know that there is no reason for you to worry. Your loved one is very happy and has adjusted to transition very well. Now, this is interesting. I don't know why I'm getting that, like, somebody's, like, worried for somebody else in terms of a very love-based way. You could be dating this person, or there's a really soft and gentle like affection or not desire, but like what's the word I'm looking for? A-team, like the feeling word, like I think affection. I think I want to use the word affection here. It's like, yeah, you have like this affection for somebody else that you want to make sure that they're safe. And or you know, it's like kind of like a partnership of an affectionate thing, and you want to, I don't know how this is coming out, like it's like you want them to take care of you and you to take care of them, and you're worried about how things are going to play out in terms of what is coming up is monetary, like a monetary value between two people is what I want to say. So you don't know how you're going to come up with like maybe a form of like an amount of money or something along the lines of that. So if that's what's happening, it's like, and maybe there's like a, you know, deadline around it or something like that. Like, you just believe that your A-team is really helping you, all right, from the other side. There's nothing to worry about. And literally, again, don't forget about this faith seed, okay? This is very visual. There's a reason why I put this down, and I didn't even know why, but I just felt like I needed to. So again, this is a visual of have that little seed of, you know, the mustard seed of faith this week, because that's really going to get you a lot of answered prayers. And out of your worriness, right? So it says, your loved one is very happy and has adjusted to the transition very well. And that's interesting that they're talking about happy and adjustment to the transition. That's very, I don't know who that's for, but definitely that's something that popped out. I'm not getting anything specific, but there is a transition that that is going on this week that I don't even want to get into it. I think it's just that. Just know that. Don't worry about that aspect of the happiness and the transitioning, and not having that person of which you feel affection for transition well. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't be nervous for them. There's no anger or upset directed toward you, only love and understanding. Amen to that. You have done nothing wrong, dear one, so please don't blame yourself in any way. You did everything that you could, and your loved one has asked me to share this appreciation with you. Now, there's something coming up with like a shameful type of emotion or energy this week that maybe out of like shamefulness, again, I don't know, like there's just shamefulness. Like maybe you felt shameful with this person coming in. Either somebody's going to feel shameful about themselves in an interaction with you, or you're going to feel, or you may have felt shameful with them, like interacting with them. Okay. Interesting. I'm having like a dream come back and I'm like, and I don't know why I'm getting like, this is weird. Do I mention this? Yeah, they want me to. It's something like Humpty Dumpty had a big fall. Humpty Dumpty. What? How does it fucking go? Actually, I completely forgot. It's a Humpty Dumpty wall that I'm seeing. Okay, where it's like, okay, you were like you were like the fresh energy in this scenario, which is like you were maybe possibly even like younger than this person. And they really cracked you in a really fucked up way, okay? But now they're back. So, or you've been cracked in a fucked up way because you were super innocent about the situation, and you were just like shameful, or there's a lot of just shameful energy kind of like being rebalanced is what I want to say this week, okay? So, so just know that you're loved, and yeah, and just know that you're loved and appreciated, okay, no matter what. Even not, like, sometimes we have to wait for fucking people to realize that we're loved and appreciated in their time, okay? Like, not your time. It's basically God's time. It's divine timing when somebody else doesn't see your worth when you're right in front of them. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like you had to like have something something shameful must have happened in the past in regards to some sort of career thing, or support even, right? Support and care, where, yeah, like this person just feels maybe shameful in not, what's it called? In not, showing up for you in the way that you asked them to show up for you, okay? And then you felt shameful for fucking asking, because you were just like, oh my god, son of a bitch, like, I thought that, maybe you guys were family, maybe you guys were, good friends or some shit, and you were just like, damn, it's like two cracked eggs, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like somebody's trying to make it right. Let me see, it also says, you and your loved ones will still share great love between your souls, okay? Because love never dies. That's very true. Love always stays alive. That love could never die. Oh, I didn't even know that was going to be the next fucking sentence. That's hilarious. Although you miss your loved one's physical presence, you have already connected spiritually in your dreams, as well as through feeling, hearing, smelling, seeing your loved one's essence. Yo, this is literally, I'm telling you right now, this is literally, clearly I'm getting chills about this. This is literally family on the earth realm and family on the spiritual realm helping you out in all ways this week. This is so cool. This is really fucking cool. So it's like, it's kind of like it's heaven on earth with people that are like your earth angels here, and then your heavenly angels. It's like there's heaven on earth, like a pure like what is it called? Like a pure matchup happening. Okay. So that's what I'm sensing. There is going to be like a really good turn of events where somebody's positively coming in to offer you something. So what did I read before? You have already connected spiritually in your dreams as well as through feeling, hearing, smelling, and seeing your loved one's essence. Now that's how, you know, people in this earth realm can also show up too when you think about them, you know? So it's maybe it's right now you're thinking about somebody of who it can be, and then, you know, it ends up being that person, right? Or later this week you might sense them in a certain way and then all of a sudden run into them, you know? Your loved one is as alive as you are, even more alive in many ways, because they're probably more older than you. That's why I feel like they've been through a lot. There's a lot of experience they have over you. So I've said that before. You're kind of the younger one here. And maybe that's how they saw you, and maybe that's how they were just like, yo, fuck you, do you, like, you know, prove to us. Like, it's all about fucking, that's what I don't, it's crazy to me. I mean, it makes sense, but it's so stupid at the same time. It's like when people are just like, when you're constantly showing up in your goodness, and then people want more of that, like, they're like, oh, prove it to me. Like, they still want more proof. It's like, no, buddy, like, the issue here is fucking you, because you're not seeing that somebody is showing up in their goodness for you to actually accept that and actually be thrilled with that, because not everybody's willing to show up in their goodness every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's just, to me, it's like such bullshit that like some people like want even more proof than they're already getting, you know? It's crazy. It's like never satisfied. They're just like never at the satisfied you know, level, but also they never fucking thought about it, you know? Crazy. So it says, relieved of earthly cares or bodily pains, your loved one is freer and happier than ever. Amen to that. That is very true. So people are going to feel very free and happy this week. That's what I really do feel, because I know I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm feeling it, the people that resonate with me are feeling it as well. And it definitely could be a worldly energy, you know? Like, you know, coming in from the planets and stuff, which is, you know, amen to that. We need that. As soon as you complete your life's purpose and it is your time to make the transition, you will be reunited in each other's arms. Okay, so there's something definitely that needs to, pan out, also to kind of close out a cycle. Like, I thought that would be today, it is the truth. There's a cycle that closed out today. But there's something in regards to, like, money, I feel, that is closing out this week. Okay? I don't know what it is. Energetically, something closed out, but I think in the physical realm, something's closing out this week. Like, you know, because also that's the yin and yang. Like, you got to do energetic and then physical, right? So that's basically what it is. So then... And then after that, you'll be able to kind of become more closer, okay? More reunited, closer, all that jazz. All that good shit. In the meantime, please know that your loved one is with you often and that the angels surround you continuously. Guys, there's nothing to worry about this week. It's so beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Hey, Josie, I don't know if I'm saying that, Josie, yeah. Actually, no, this is for, like, this is a general read. It's a general read for all signs. So it's just literally going to be, like, that's it. Like, I'm pulling 5 cards. So we're on the second card, and we're actually going to move on to the third card. So these are also yin and yang cards. So this one's going to be for this one. And this one's going to be for this one. I already pre-shuffled these, so these are good to go. You need to work hard to be lucky. Okay. That's very interesting that's coming up as a career card, right? So here is your aspect of orange is for the sacral chakra. So that means you're going to definitely become very proactive this week in terms of creativity. All right. Also, what I'm getting here is that it's fully protected. Whatever you're working on, whether it be a project or yeah, just something that you're fully working on is going to be protected. You have nothing, like you don't have to overly outdo yourself, okay? Um Also, you know, in one of my Instagram posts, what I'm getting here is you need to work with more heart to be lucky, okay? This working hard bit is like a thing of the past. Working hard to me, and I know to many, really comes down to the etiquette of work, right? Like work etiquette. Like, oh, you have to have a really good work etiquette. So, yes, you're going to have, you already do. If you resonate with me, you already have a great work ethic. You fucking do work hard and you work yourself to the last motherfucking like ounce of emotion you have within you, okay? But here I'm seeing that you're going to be working you're going to be, so I'm going to reverse this. You're going to be playing heartily. Like, so there's a playfulness here. And again, that has a lot to do with creativity. And there's going to be a lot of fortunate blessings that come from this, okay? And maybe it could be something, also what I'm picking up here is, maybe it could be somebody that's also very playful and like wholeheartedly playful and just like, you know, like vibrant, that's going to be around you that you want to kind of begin to work with. Like they kind of just like end up, what I'm seeing is like they just end up popping into your life and you're just like, oh my God, you're super fun. Like this is a super fun like energy to work with. So they're going to be bringing you all of these beautiful, like kind of like fresh, clean, you know, pure and innocent, but really awesome ideas to work with, okay? So you're going to be feeling lucky because of this person bringing you, you know, just new, fresh energy to work with. Like kind of what I'm getting is like a muse, right? Like if somebody like bubbly, like somebody like is going to come in, they're going to really like, you're going to be happy and you're going to be feeling happy and lucky to work with them on a creative front. And what I'm also getting is that it's going to be like two forms of like two heads. You know how they say like two heads are better than one? So it's going to be like two heads are better in the belief aspect than one, right? I feel that there is a meetup happening here. There's a meetup happening here that will lead to a fucking power, like a boom type of like light power, okay? Again, we're talking small, but this small is actually very big this week, and to me, small will always be very big. So this could be like in a small, minute detail, but two people really kind of reuniting, reconnecting, as one of these cards said it, as this card said it, and literally they're going to. Sorry, I have to like shift, guys, because I'm like. And like it's so crazy because my spine has been like, my lower back has been like my blessing, I'm gonna say. So it's just getting back into its game, and it's just like, yo, it really needs to get fucking comfy. But long story short, you're going to reconnect with a person on a compassionate level, you know what I'm saying? And again, this could be like a muse of sorts, like another person that you would see as a muse in your life, that just is, again, we're getting this, oh, so it's like a bubbly person. There's just like a really like awesome bubble, and there's bubbles in this tape, like kind of circles. So I feel like that's really happening this week for you to become more like fresh in your energy. And again, new beginnings are happening. So it's like super awesome. And like you're going to be able to create really awesome ideas to work together with and to work together on, but also very big money making ones. So again, like we're saying, like energetically, they're bringing you energetic like oomph, and then they're bringing you also like physical grounding of like profits, okay, like bigger profits. Or if you're waiting on a profit, it's like that profit is coming in because you guys have finally like reunited, for it to kind of explode into this fucking like light, and for shit to happen. You know what I'm saying? Shit to like really kind of get rolling, and for all of your worries to be taken away because of the two lights, or the two believing lights came together, okay? Or yeah, that's what I want to say. Believing lights. Yeah, that fucking works. What else is I gonna say? Yeah, because they're lucky. Yo, these people are lucky and blessed and all that jazz, right? Um, so okay, yeah, that's gonna definitely be coming in on a compassionate scale. And listen, let me just say something. Business owners do need fucking muses. I don't give a shit what anybody says because business owners get too boggled down in their worries. Where this angel's saying not to worry, you know. So it's kind of like if you can show up as and you're probably it, like if you're watching me, like you're probably the muse, you know, in somebody else's world, you know. So you might end up actually meeting somebody who needs your muse status, right? Like your playful essence, your joy, your bliss, like your fresh new perspectives on things, for them to stop worrying about shit, to not be reminded of their worries, but then to also like simply receive a blessing of what is in physical form. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, because again, like I said, like businesses in general, and like leaders in businesses in general, they need people like us to kind of to run into or to reunite, reconnect with, to then literally give them life. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. It's like the yin and yang, you know? So, so maybe you might be a huge lucky blessing for somebody this week, you know, in terms of just how you can broaden their horizons, and you're creatively so, right? But I feel like both people, because again, we attract what we are. So you're going to be amused to somebody's going to be amused to you. It's like that vice versa. It's like, you know, like you guys give each other something, you know what I'm saying? Or you guys give each other this luck factor. You know what I'm saying? Where you're just like, okay, shit, like we're really, like this is pretty fucking awesome, you know? Yeah, so is there anything else to be said for that card? No. All right, so moving on to the next one. This is the Yang, and it says, now is the time to set your sights high and go for it. Yo, we've been getting this card for so long. Amazing. Okay, so this is like, okay, right away I'm getting golden ticket, okay? I have to fucking breathe, dude. This is crazy cool. All right, so golden ticket has been like a theme of the day today, actually, especially before I even got on here. It's been like running through my head, but also like some reader said it too, and I was like, wow, that's crazy shit. And now it's coming up again, right? So, so that's the theme, is golden ticket, golden believing. You know, you're going from silver. Wow, this is so fucking cool. You're going from, you know how like you can win awards, you know, like it's like bronze, silver, gold, like the medals is what I'm trying to say. You're two people that saw themselves as silver medals, okay? And actually they see that they're at silver medal status now just by themselves, because they're just like, you know, they've come only so far in terms of love energy, right? Because I feel like, okay, you can only work on yourself so far, but in this lifetime you really need somebody else to kind of see your light as well, to then turn a powerhouse golden, right? You need somebody to believe in you, is what I'm trying to say. So it's like two silver medals are meeting up this week to then fucking turn absolute golden, okay? That's how this is going to work out. It's going to be awesome. So, so the long story short is like, it's like it's super awesome. So what they're going to be doing is they're actually going to be manifesting, together. So it says, now is the time to set your sights high and go for it. So whatever dreams that you felt like haven't come true for you, okay? And I'm talking about you've planned on them, you just haven't felt good enough to like basically run their course, okay? To have them run their course. It's like now that you've met this game-changing person in your life, the person that really believes in you, the lucky person that, you know, the person that makes you feel so lucky, it's like one of the reasons why you feel so lucky is because they believe in you, okay? And all of this time before you had even met them, you have been setting your sights really high and going for them. But just like the humans that we are, you kind of get exhausted sometimes because you're not only working on your dreams fucking 24/7, even though that's how I'd love to have it, as a Capricorn, right? But the whole thing is, it's like, because it's super fun too, you know? But there's a will there that you guys are both going to be, both going to be kind of going towards your own, like here's the light, right? The yellow is the solar plexus, it is the light, is the fire. Sorry guys, I didn't turn off the vibes on my phone. Not that I would even want to, because there's all good vibes on there. What was I gonna say? But like, what was I gonna say? So yeah, so I mean, talking about vibes, these are like really high vibes, like golden, like solar plexus, like this is the light that I was just talking about, like this boom coming in. And you guys are really going to feel, I have a feeling like it, like I don't know, I'm going to just call it right now. The sun card might just come out of these believing tarots, or something better. Maybe the star card or the sun card, some shit like that. So we're going to see what the believing card is after, but that's what I'm feeling. It's like, yo, this person really brought a lot of sun into your world. So again, it's like, so all the things that you've put aside. Oh, so that's what I was saying. Sorry, I'm bouncing. I was saying that not, so the goal. Okay. So you have goals that you have always wanted to achieve for yourself, but sometimes as humans, you're dealing with other shit that gets in the way of the dream achieving. Okay. But now it's like since there are new beginnings on the horizon, you guys literally you've completely run exhausted. Okay, first of all, before this new beginning, but you're actually kind of, there is a turn of events where you're like feeling so much better, right? But you were exhausted very much so beforehand, where you couldn't get your dreams done, okay? But also there was like a lack of love there. You need love, guys. You need love and empowerment to actually get a really good career going for yourself. And if there's a lack in either of those things, you're like done for. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this person is a major blessing in your life. And they're really kind of giving you this fucking mojo that you might have lost, that you now get to like go for it, because they see something in you that no one else was able to remind you of for a very long time prior to this week. Okay, so again, it's like this is like two people of like, you know, because they were slightly exhausted. Like I would want to call them gold, but the whole thing is they weren't fully happy, right? This week they're being fully fucking happy when it comes down to their career, and they're being super like pulled, like. So again, crown chakra, they're being super pulled towards intuitive projects. Intuitive, like if you even had something that was like, I guess, laying low, like let's say you have 5 projects laying low, you know, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know which one to work on this week. Go with your intuition. There's going to be a will, a driving ambition of a will, like a gut pull, but also an intuitive, like, yeah, I know I need to work on this, because that's just where I'm being led to, okay, intuitively. So when the intuition along with the solar plexus fucking are at work, that shit is major powerful. That's major powerful like energy coming through. Amazing. I love this reading, guys. I love it. All right, so are we moving on to these? Yes. Actually, can I just take a sip? I need a sip. Because I can talk for fucking hours, like when I'm like in this zone. Okay, team. Whew, we need one card. Do I stop right here right now for the believing card? Yeah, that was interesting. Oh, okay. It's not what I thought, but okay. But it's still good. And here's why. Oh my God, this is so exciting. All right, it's like getting downloaded into me right now. So 7 of Cups. And this has also been a very interesting big theme of the day today, so that means that it's very accurate. 7 of Cups, to me, personally, this is like non-traditionally speaking, in the tarot, people think that it's like, oh, like too many options going on or whatever. To me, again, look, 2 people, that's so funny. 2 people coming together whether it be, it doesn't matter what sex, doesn't matter anything. It's just like two souls, okay, coming together this week to work literally on their own cup, okay? But also what I was immediately getting is these two people they're working with the infinite possibilities. They are big motherfucking believers, okay? And they have not stopped. Even if they were exhausted, even if they have been through like the trenches, as they would say it, you know, as it's said. I don't know how the fuck, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, so hopefully I'm saying that right. They've been through the trenches in their life, like they still held on to their fucking cup and would like, we're not going to spill it for anybody. That's what I'm sensing. It's like, no, I fucking worked for this. My fucking cup is filled to the as much as it possibly can be, right? Which is the silver aspect. Like maybe it's like 75%, even though you need something else to kind of further you into the golden aspect of like full cup. You know what I'm saying? So golden status of a full cup. So you were just like, yo, fuck everybody. I ain't spill, like, even though I feel like exhausted or whatever. And you know, it's like, it's basically, this is how you were feeling before. You were feeling like fucking flat on the floor. Like you fell on your face, but you held your cup. And now it's like stage 2. This motherfucker is like, yo, I'm getting up and I'm becoming stronger. I'm becoming more pure. And I'm just becoming more way lifted, right? This could also mean, so to me, but in a sense, this is a big card for, you know, believe in the infinite possibilities of a life, because the number 7 is anything can change in a second, okay? Today, there was also a big theme where it's like, one decision can change your life, okay? So it's like, again, it's like, this could be like, some people depict this as like confusion, you don't know what to choose, there's so many options, yada yada yada. This is like, no, you fucking chosen your shit. You already knew your fucking decision. You already knew where your sights were set, you know? You already knew for a very long time, and you were going to go after it no matter what the fuck, right? And the whole thing is, it's like now you're able to actually kind of you know, get into the aspect of, you know, you've put it this way, you're holding onto your cup that you've already set your sights on, right? Like, because you're like, yo, my cup is good enough, absolutely, and I've been maintaining it to the highest and best degree. But also when it comes down to these other cups, it's like these other cups could also be people around you that are like helping you, you know, that have their own full cup, but also maybe also on the invisible, because there's no one actually holding the cup. Do you get what I'm saying? Which is actually a very cool depiction. So it's kind of like, believe in the infinite possibilities around you, that, you know, your angels. So again, this could be like 2 people from the skies, from the heaven, you know, that are helping you out, you know, like your deceased loved ones, or your ancestors or angels, and then you have like 3 on the ground that are surrounding you, that are like, okay, like we're about to like help you here now that you've really like held on to your cup for so fucking long, and we see that you've done that. Maybe they didn't believe in you in the past, but they're believing in you now, you know? Or these could be 3 people looking upon you to be like, oh shit, like for some reason I feel like these cups are like very alive. So they have like eyes, and they're like looking upon you to be like they're like personified, is that what I want to call it? It's like these are people with eyes looking upon you to be like, oh, that's how you hold on to your cup, is that how you do it? Like these are people like watching you, but also could be adding to you, but also could be, you know, at the same time like is the word emphatic? Like, I don't know, they're like not empathetic, but they're like looking upon you because you're doing a great job, and they're like, how the fuck do you do that? You know, it's like that type of thing, you know? Look at how much strength that look at all this fucking muscle. It's like you've gained so much fucking spiritual and emotional motherfucking muscle, and you're holding on tight to your cups to be like, yo, God, fill it up even more. You know what I'm saying? And again, you have your sights set high, and now I feel like these two people, because again, it could be like depicted all different, again, an infinite possibility of ways, but I feel like there's also a scenario where it's like two people coming together with their 75% full cups, clinging, and then all of a sudden, God comes in, change their fucking fate in 2 seconds, right? Because they're super happy, super grateful with what they have. So God comes in and pours, the rest into it to be like, here you go, guys, you fucking deserve this because you came all this way, And again, so decisions being made, in terms of how to set your sights higher, or, going after exactly what your sights are set high on. And things are changing like lightning bolt striking. You know what I'm saying? That's the number 7 to me, is like lightning bolt striking. And it's a very heightened spiritual number actually too. So yeah, I just want you to say, oh, thank heaven this week, because oh, thank heaven and oh, thank earth, okay? Because of the fact that there is something going on here, and it's very much so, you're laying down some very pure foundations this week. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like, look at there's purity all around you. There's light and there's love all around, also what I'm sensing here, it's like, if these are two separate people, one person is like, yo, cheers, I've decided to do this one thing for myself, and he's talking to his friends. And then this person's like, so he has like 3 friends. And then this person's like, yo, cheers, like, I've decided to do this for myself. Like, I've landed on a decision, and he's telling 2 friends, right? So they're like both kind of like, minding their own fucking business, but yet coming together in terms of like we've together already discussed this. Like, this is fucking going down. You know what I'm saying? And it's that midway, they're exactly at that midway happiness where it's like they're like on a cloud. So it's kind of like they're earth-based, but they're in the middle of like earth and heaven. So they're very happy. These people are happy people. All right. So yeah, that's something to believe in this week, is that there's just a lot of really amazing, like, very quick, sudden change of events happening in a good way, in a purified way, like innocent way, new beginnings, because again, a lot of white and new beginnings with the opal too, with the children and birth and all that stuff. Yeah, and you have like nothing to worry about. Like, that's the beauty aspect of it all. It's like, and it's so coming down to this. So really just believe in, that you guys aren't alone. To just recap, it's like just send your fucking prayers out. Like, don't dwell on the worries. Dwell on the little flame within you that's really willing to put the work into your life. You know what I'm saying? Because it hasn't, as much as it has diminished, I feel, because of all of that you've been through, it's still there. Okay, so just make sure that you're like working on this flame, like what feeds the flame, every day to kind of get through, I guess to just build, right? Build more upon your career and just like get to answer the dreams that you really want to have come to fruition for you and for the world. You know what I'm saying? Because again, your dreams are not just for you, it's for the world. It's like your the ripple effects of your sense of achievement from them, and also how they're going to help the world, is like super fucking huge, guys. So it's like, no wonder this is a yang card, So yeah, ooh, shit. So I'm definitely getting, I was told to put this here too, this yellow heart, which appeared suddenly in my world for joy. So there's a lot of joyous energy coming here, and if there isn't joy, make sure to remember this little heart and this Buddha, the peace Buddha, to let you know that it's all about peace and love. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you can't figure out how to send peace and love to other people, then you gotta just send it up to the universe. Okay? So thank you guys so much for tuning in for this very long video, but also it's going to last a motherfucking week, so I don't give a shit. and I actually find this super fun, so I don't give a shit either. But thank you for tuning in terms of, you know, hopefully you got a lot of value out of it. Gonna be back on tomorrow. We'll see whenever, but yeah, I'm gonna start rolling back up with these because of the fact that, you know, I've been out for like 2 days, but I needed that time for myself, like no regrets in that at all. And so yeah, so I love you so much. Have a wonderful night, and we will talk soon. Bye. By the way, thanks for stopping in, Jossie. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys soon.